everyone, welcome in or welcome back to the channel. This is Miss Tarot. It's been quite some time since I filmed and posted a video. Almost 6 months, I think, to be exact. Maybe not so long. I think November. Anyways, so we are back. And here we are with a week ahead tarot reading. So for those of you who either forgot because I haven't been posting in a while, or those of you who are new to the channel, this is a reading where we take a look at the week ahead. So whenever this message pops into your feed and you are meant to see this, it will reflect the next 7 to 10 days ahead. So wherever you are, whatever you're doing, it doesn't necessarily have to start at the beginning of the week. It's just 7-10 days ahead of time. Okay? So in honor of the eclipse that happened yesterday, I am going to use the Moonology Oracle cards. And also, since it's a beautiful kind of spring day here, we are going to use the Light Seers Tarot. I don't know why, but this one always reminds me of something kind of springy. So let's take a look at what's happening in the next 7 to 10 days. And we'll use the Moonology deck as kind of the main overall energy. Okay? And if you hear crunching in the background, that's my dog chewing on a toy. Okay, so be bold and make the first move the cardinal moon. How interesting. Okay. So we'll get into this a little bit more, obviously, but let's kind of pay attention to this first oracle card, or only oracle card. It's pretty self-explanatory. The new kind of moon that we had, actually I would probably say the eclipse that happened over the new moon that we had yesterday is kind of amplifying new moon energy. It also is the beginning of the new astrological year. We're in the Aries season, and it's all about new energy and new beginnings and taking control and starting fresh with a plan, with a manifestation. This is really good time for manifestations, actually. So I do think that this is kind of in line with the current energies. Now, you may be thinking of, making the first move on a relationship, or moving, or a job, or just a general life event. But let's take a look at the tarot and see what's happening. Okay. So we have the 7 of Swords, the 10 of Wands, leave it behind. That's awesome. 3 of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, and we have the 8 of Wands. Okay. Excuse me. So whatever is happening here is kind of coming in pretty quick. This is going to be this movement and this trajectory that you're on is going to feel a little chaotic and a little blurry at the moment, because and at the end of it, you're going to come back and just be like, wow, look how far I've come. It all started with this. I got this image in my mind of spring, and how it's kind of like a planting season for a lot of people, especially home gardeners and things like that. And where you can start something with a tiny little seed and you think, oh, wow, nothing's happening. And then, all of a sudden the plant has exploded. That's kind of what I see for you right now. You are leaving something. The 7 of Swords is a little bit of kind of leaving behind this battle energy. You've had to fight for something really significant. And I think you're finally able to start fresh and leave whatever this burden was behind. Maybe it was a relationship, maybe it was a job, maybe it was just kind of a way of living that didn't align with your higher self. For most of you, I think that this might be a form of my cat's trying to get into my tarot cabinet. That's lovely. Leaving something behind that is taking you closer to a better community. So I think for most of you, you're being asked to be bold and make this first move because you're kind of leaving your comfort zone. And you're moving into a community of people that are really going to take your growth and expand on it, kind of make that trajectory go just off the charts. And if these people if you already know these people, that's fantastic. But I do see a few individuals who are kind of offering you something, offering you a new way of doing things. And this could be a business opportunity as well. I'm not sure. We do have the Knight of Pentacles here. So, you know, Knight of Pentacles is a lot, it's more grounded in reality. It's kind of our needs. It's our day-to-day work. It's our home. It's our job. It's our money situation, that sort of thing. Things that are kind of grounded in our day-to-day work and reality. Whatever this is, the Knight is here because he's the slow-moving Knight, but he's also the biggest planner and the most grounded. And he is going to take what he has learned and just kind of just start this process. So I do kind of think that this almost actually went in chronological order, the way the tarot cards came out, which I usually don't read like that, but it does seem to me that you are leaving some sort of negative energy behind. You have made a conscious choice or have felt this long desire to move away from this negative energy because maybe you just don't want to carry this burden anymore and you want to start fresh. Maybe it's not serving, of course, a burden is not serving you for anything, but you know, sometimes loads that we are supposed to carry are going to teach us lessons. And I feel like you've finally learned whatever this lesson is. And thankfully, there's a support structure here to help move you forward into whatever this new way of being is, this new potential opportunity. And while it's going to be extraordinarily fast for most of you, I do think you are where I will probably say that this is going to be a fast moving, I don't want to say event, but era of time in your life. You are definitely not going to feel the speed of it. You're going to be kind of slow and more methodical about it. Let's get just a couple more cards of clarification. I'm just really curious as to what area of life this really kind of pertains to. Okay. So we have the Knight of Cups, an offering, and we have the Two of Wands, which is kind of like world expansion and getting out there and that explorer mentality. So for most of you, I think you're leaving a relationship behind. It's no coincidence that this came out on this side more towards I feel like this more applies to the Seven of Swords. You are leaving behind a relationship or a tie to someone that definitely isn't serving you, and it's been more of a burden. This doesn't have to be a love interest, but this is kind of like an offering of a better life moving forward without this particular person. And I do think, I mean, if you want to take it super literally, the Two of Wands also kind of speaks to the opportunity of traveling. So maybe you're leaving this person behind in a logistical sense as well. So not just mentally and emotionally, you're also leaving like the state, the city, moving out, changing apartments, homes, whatever, to kind of start your life afresh. And you do have support. The Three of Cups speaks to having kind of like a community rallying around you, celebrating this achievement, this kind of new path that you're forging on. They're rallying and they're cheering for you. So for most of you, I do think that this is more of a relationship with somebody type thing. Again, not necessarily love, that is really going to spin your life in a more positive way and release a lot of negativity that you had been carrying for gosh knows how long. Okay. So we're going to keep this bite-sized. So go ahead and feel free to comment if this resonated with you. Definitely consider liking and subscribing, liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and I will come back with another video later this week for Aries season. Okay? Thank you, everyone. I appreciate you being here. Take care. Bye.